Angus Deaton, Nick Hancock and David Essex, some of the star names of the comic relief football team, playing an away game in Africa here on BBC One in half an hour after the world's strongest man.
Hello and a very warm welcome, in fact a scorching welcome to the Nevada desert and the fourth heat of the world's strongest man. This is our last chance to see if a Brit can get into the final, so we're all keeping our fingers crossed for the bulk of Bob Weir. Now he's a well-established athlete, but he's never done this competition before, so he's going to need all the support he can get. Here's Paul Dickinson with news of what he's up against.
Thanks a lot, Philippa. Now, you know, Bob Weir is one of the world's great discus throwers, and if he wanted to have a training session out here, it would be no problem. There's miles and miles of open space, but if he wants to follow in the footsteps of Britain's former world's strongest men, Jeff Capes, Jamie Reeves, and of course Gary Taylor, he will have to produce something very special. He's up against 5 extremely experienced men, and they all take part in 4 different events, every one of them designed to test every ounce of strength and power they've got. Now, if you win an event, you score 6 points. It's 5 for second, all the way down to a single point in last place. And the top 2 scorers at the end of the programme, they're on the way to the final. In the previous 3 heats, we've had some fantastic surprises. I promise you, this one is going to be just as dramatic. Let's meet all of the contenders now. Bob is a total novice in these events, but physically equipped to spring a few surprises in his first ever strength contest. Michael Abdullah is a first-timer too. Originally from Australia, where he was a powerlifting champion, he's now a big celebrity in Japan. Jouko Ahola is the smallest man in this heat, but comes with a very big reputation from Finland, where their strong men are revered as great sportsmen. Bill Lyndon has tried before to make the final without success, but this time the Aussie is bigger, stronger and more determined than ever to make it. Flemming Rasmussen came 4th in the final last year and definitely wants to improve on that. Denmark's strongest man looks every inch a major contender. Finally, Rolle competes again after missing Mauritius in '96. He feels confident that this year he can make the final.
There it is, the first event, the car walk. They may not normally be the fastest cars in the world, but their horsepower is being replaced by leg power. So it's a good idea for these men to warm up.
It's going to be a bit of a challenge. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. So I'm looking forward to the challenge then.
Now, you're not the biggest man in the competition, so how important is technique?
Very important, because I'm so small.
Flemming, you were 4th in last year's final. Here we are again. Can you go 1 or 2 or 3 places better this year?
First I have to qualify. That's always the toughest part. But if I reach the final, I think I could go 1 place up.
Bill, you always look fairly relaxed about these sort of competitions, but how are you feeling?
I'm pretty hyped at the moment, actually. This first event, as I'm sure most guys would say, is the most important. You need to capitalise with the first event so you gain momentum and consistency for the rest of the events through to the final.
It will be an amazing sight to watch these men wearing the car like a huge metal jacket. Rolle, the first to go. The competitors having drawn to see which order they go in. And well, he's got a good view. All strapped in. He lifts the car. Balanced by the marshals, Jim and Billy. Claude Parnell, the starter, says off you go, and Bernard is all over the place already. He hasn't even made it over the start line. Oh, well, he can lift it again. He's got 90 seconds to complete it, but I can't see him going very far at this rate. Oh, Bernard is really struggling, and I think that might be enough. Yes, it is. Well, not exactly a dynamic start from Bernard, just about a metre down the course.
Rasmussen, Denmark.
Well, I wonder if the crowd here are wondering if these guys have bitten off more than they can chew. Flemming Rasmussen looks eager to get cracking and show them how it's done. He really does fill the car up. Look at that. Bill Lyndon in the shade. It's terribly hot out there. Now then, as you can imagine, balance is terribly difficult with the engine still in the front of the car. 380 kilos, over 800 pounds. And if the crowd had any doubt as to whether it could be done, look at this. I'm sure they wouldn't have seen a car like this in the USA, or a performance like that. 14.51.
Felt really good. It felt really easy.
The balance was perfect.
Yeah. And I could feel I have a lot more power in my leg than last year.
One of the things now all of a sudden is just a slight movement with that kind of weight.
Yeah.
Just changes everything so much.
Yeah.
So much more, and it's how do you keep steady with that? That's the hard thing. And
That's
a
what
bit
I mean,
windy now too.
I use shorter in the links.
Yeah.
So that's why I get closer when I'm starting. If you probably have to be like this far away with your chest when you start.
Yeah.
Well, Bob Weir goes later, but getting advice from the right man. Magnussen, the reigning champion. But now it's Jouko Ahola, who has to try and beat that phenomenal time set by Flemming. The balance looks good, but look at him grimacing. Those straps digging in the shoulders. And again, I think we're going to see a great performance here. He's got about 5 meters to go. 17.19, but that's still 2.5 seconds down on Flemming's time. Jouko's first event, getting rid of some of the nerves. Bill Lyndon's turn now, and the crowd are really intrigued by this event now. The straps must be in the right position for Bill. Away we go for the Australian, and I think already you can see he's a lot slower than Ahola or Rasmussen. He's rocking and rolling quite a lot. The balance is going to upset his rhythm a little bit. He's got about 10 meters to go. Flemming counting, but he's safe. He's well outside the best time, but I think he's going to finish. He's absolutely dragging himself towards the line. Come on, Bill. 29.87, good enough for third place. And delighted that it's all over. Michael Abdullah is the last to go. And now for Bob Weir. Bob is very nervous indeed, not for the weight he's got to lift, but for the awkwardness of the load he's got to carry. He mustn't lean too far forward. He's quite a tall man with very, very broad shoulders. Billy and Jimmy a little bit concerned about the balance, but it's all down to Bob now. Oh, he's down already. Over the start line, he's talking to Billy. I'm not sure what's going on, but he wants out of the car, and that's a pity. Michael Abdullah getting set with this incredibly thick supersuit to help support him. The first time Japan has been represented in World's Strongest Man. He's certainly eager to get cracking. The Rasmussen stopwatch at the ready. Over 800 pounds, that's an incredible lift. Slowly does it, and away we go. Now, Bob Weir's distance was just under 4 meters, and Michael's heading towards that mark, but he's very, very unsteady. Time is not really an issue here. It really is a question of how far he can get. Rasmussen certainly safe in first place. He's down. He's gone past Bernard and Bob. Now, 3 men have completed the course already in good time. Is it worth trying for more? Halfway down the course and you've got it already. Now, your first win for this year.
Hopefully not the last.
You're going to need it, though, because these heats are very tight, aren't they?
Yeah. Really glad to have these first 6 points.
Well, Flemming has a new wife back home. She'll be as pleased as he is with that result. And let's just hope that Bob can find some more points in the next 3 events. For most people, an endurance test in Vegas means resisting the slot machines. And for our guys, this is no exception. Only they have to resist dropping them. Each machine weighs 80 kilos and there are 2 on either side. Now, they have to hold them like this for as long as possible. But the rules are really strict. No crouching, legs have got to be absolutely straight, and their heads have got to be up. So, grip and staying power are crucial here, making this a very good event for our own Bob Weir, since he does have rather large hands.
But it's Bernard Rolle who goes first. The strongmen going in reverse order from the result of event 1, and that means that Bob Weir goes next. And Bernard Rolle really is a lovely character. He really does enjoy these events a lot. And as soon as Douglas gives the signal, the slot machines are released. Now the right-hand machines there are swinging about a lot. I don't think that's going to affect Bernard. That really is some haircut he's got, isn't it? Now just looking at Bernard Rolle, I'm not sure his legs are straight, but he's clocking up the seconds, and this is a much better effort from the Bahamian. It's really hurting, 29.64. Well done to Bernard Rolle, good effort.
I went and I did my best. That's important to me and made me feel better.
Do you hear all the guys cheering for you?
Yes, I did, and you know, I'll do the same for them.
And I'm sure Bob Weir's going to get some cheers as well, and at home from his teammates at Birchfield Harriers in Birmingham. So the gradual pressure on the shoulders and arms begins. He's got a massive arm span. That's certainly one of the things that helps Bob in discus throwing. Now, come on Bob, you need a good time here, 29.64 to beat. And this is an event you can't train for easily, but he's got a tremendous grip in those huge hands, and that should help. He's gone over Bernard's time, 32.42. Well done to Bob Weir, an extra point and some applause as well. A couple of extra links going in to bring the handles closer. For Michael Abdullah, he's a couple of inches shorter than Bob, and a lot less in terms of the length of his arms. And Michael, who lists his hobbies from such diverse activities as Rococo art to alligator wrestling.
Yes.
Well, it takes all sorts, doesn't it? All of these guys are real characters. They all desperately want to win. Abdullah is in no mood to mess about here. Approaching 20 seconds. And it's gone, 20.30, and that puts him in third place with 3 to go. He's a little subdued, but it's not going to get any easier. Bill Lyndon straight out, wanting to get on with the show. And Abdullah contemplating just a single point. Bill Lyndon did very well to get third in the last event. Well, you can't see the whites of his eyes, but you know he means business by the expression on his face. Now remember, Bob Weir's leading time, 32.42. He's struggling, he's shaking. Oh, it's gone. 23.06. The Englishman's still in the lead. Lyndon just ahead of Abdullah. Jouko Ahola, the penultimate competitor, and for most of the spectators, they'll be back inside the casino for the thousands of slot machines there. Ahola got a good 5 points in the first event and now wants to hang on for as long as possible to try and beat Bob Weir's time. He's just trying to shut out the agony. It looks in control. He's going very well indeed, moving in on the leaders. I think he's going to do it. Yes, he has. Now, how much more has he got left? 35.64. Oh, my goodness, the pain. Just Flemming, Rasmussen left, and another 6 points at stake.
I'm happy when I lead, but time wasn't very good.
Were you expecting more?
Yeah, I expected more.
Well, it looked pretty good to me. Now, the competitors are not supposed to crouch or lean, and the judges are going to have to watch that with Rasmussen. He's rock steady at the moment, but you've seen how quickly it can all finish. 1 minute it looks very easy, then the pain and the fatigue hits you. He's beginning to shake, and that could mean the end. He's hanging on desperately now, creeping up on Bob Weir's time, 31.06. That means Bob Weir gets second, Rasmussen third.
So a vein-busting performance by Bob gets him second place, but the new man to beat is suddenly Jouko Ahola. When he arrived in Las Vegas, he came with a big reputation. Those last 2 performances have justified the build-up, and it looks like there's more to come.
So Ahola and Rasmussen looking very tough in first and second, but Bob Weir must be encouraged with those 5 points and a big move up the leaderboard.
And another warm welcome in the desert near the Prima Donna Hotel awaits our tiring competitors. This is the throw for height, a simple case of throwing a beer barrel over a high wall. This event is about technique. Now, Bob is famous for discus throwing, but has no experience of this at all. That wall has now reached 5 meters 20, and the shock for everyone is that we've lost Ahola.
What I've got to keep in mind is that all the people in this competition have experience with this event, and I don't have any experience with it. And so all I'm going to try and do is apply what I know in athletics to this event, and hopefully I can compete with them.
Well, it's a bit like a high jump competition, really. 3 failures at any height and you're out, and that's exactly what happened to Bernard Rolle and leader Ahola at 5:20. The rest are still in. Michael Abdullah getting animated as usual. He's in last place overall, but this looks better. Well done. Bill Lyndon at 5 meters 50, the same height that Michael Abdullah just cleared. He's only had 1 failure in this event so far, and holding it a different way to Abdullah. Couple of big swings, and it's well over. And everybody enjoying this. Flemming Rasmussen to go next. Just 1 point behind Ahola after the last event, but the Finn will only get 2 points here, so a good chance for Denmark. 1, 2, and 3. Away we go. And it looked easy. Bob Weir now just making sure he's far enough away from the wall. Just 2 attempts in this event so far, and they went sailing over. 5 meters 50, 18 feet. Yes, but it wasn't a clean throw. It hit the wall on the way over, but it was safe. So 4 men in.
You want to see her?
The wall going up to 5 meters 65. And here comes Michael Abdullah once again. Well, I think most people are thinking there are probably better things to do with a keg of beer, but here goes anyway. His last attempt at this height. And he's nearly taking off with those swings. No, he can't do it. That's a pity. He's going to finish up in 4th place, but his best place so far. Bill, as usual, trying to stay cool. And Flemming out in the blazing sun. And he's in a bit of trouble now. It's his 3rd and last attempt at 565. No! Nowhere near it, so 3rd place. Bob Weir now his 2nd attempt. And Bill Lyndon has passed at this height, so tactics beginning to play a part. Very long arms, he looks very loose, and that is a tremendous effort. Much better than the last height, so at the moment he's actually in the lead. Well, the wall has shot up once again. It's 5 meters 80, just over 19 feet. And Bill Lyndon is out again. He really is a big, solid guy.
If Bill doesn't clear this, you've already thrown the winning throw.
Oh, good, then I won't have to take it.
He will now. Lyndon is back in pole position.
Robert Weir.
Flemming's got 4 points. Bob now has failed it once.
Go, 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 come on. Come on.
Even if he clears it, he's going to be behind the Australian on the countback of failures and successes. So this is very, very important. He's got it. And Bill Lyndon has to go again, and the wall is going to go up even higher. Jouko Ahola won't be in the lead after this. He's down in 5th place. 5 meters 95 is a long way up. But Bill is about to explode. Oh, it's oh so close. Back to the tent and another ice pack. Now Bob would do his chances of getting through to the final. The power of good if he could win this event. Oh, he's just a whisker away. And 1 attempt to go. Michael Abdullah has found a few new friends as Bill Lyndon comes back out. He's got to try and beat the wall, taking his time before the big build-up to the throw. Oh, it just scrapes over. He's done it again. The Aussie is really on form, and this competition now is well over 2 hours old. So can Bob Weir do it yet again?
Surely you've won it now.
Roberts just keeps pulling him out of the bag. I'm going to borrow his bag later. Look, Rob's an experienced thrower, probably a lot more specialised than what I am as a thrower, so he's adapted to the movement pretty quick. You can see he's got an opposite technique to what I do. I played with this a little bit for a couple of months and developed it. It's a much better technique for me than the other way. I seem to get much better pull.
Well, this is Bob's last attempt allowed at this height, 19.5 feet. That's well over the height of a London double-decker bus, and Bob taking his time. And certainly his Olympic and World Championship experience will help in this type of competition with long waits between each throw. If he's successful, it will take the wall up to beyond 20 feet. Oh, I put the kiss of death on that throw, and so Bill Lyndon wins it.
Well, for a man with no experience of this event at all, we can be extremely proud of Bob Weir with second place. Bill Lyndon, though, takes the full 6 points.
It didn't surprise me, actually. I predicted that my competition would come from Robert, being an experienced thrower.
The whole idea was to make it difficult for him, and as difficult as I tried to make it for him, it seemed to me that it wasn't that difficult for him.
Good points for both of them. They're now tied for third place with Ahola and Rasmussen in the important top 2 spots. Event 4 is going to be fascinating.
This last event is set in an historic part of the desert. This road behind me used to be the old wagon trail used by the pioneers. This desert was the last obstacle they had to face before the mountains en route to California and the West Coast. Obstacles facing the men today, though, well, they're slightly different. The Atlas stones. If you haven't seen this event before, each of these stones has to be lifted up onto the plinth behind me. Now, if you were one of these men, you would probably want to go for the heaviest stone first while you were still fresh. It weighs 135 kilos, but this event wasn't designed to be easy, and the lightest stones have to go first. And if they do manage to move every single one of these massive rocks, they will have shifted a grand total of 575 kilos.
Flemming has done this event before, but still looks very nervous. And Jouko showing us his rock-hard muscles. Bill dressing for the desert.
I've been advised that because you've got large hands and very long arms, you should be good at this.
Well, we'll soon find out, won't we?
Have you tried lifting any one of them?
Yes, I can lift the stones okay, so it will just be a matter of the strategy and who I'm competing against in the heat, should I say.
Unfortunately, neither Bernard Rolle nor Michael Abdullah did too well. Bernard was disqualified and Michael only lifted one. So, a contrast in clothing. Bill stripped and ready for action. Bob wrapped up in a huge sweatshirt. Can either of these two guys make it into the final? Bob, just the slower way, but look at that. He's lifted the rock right up on his shoulder. Tremendous start by Bob Weir. Can he do it again? Yes, 105 kilos, 16 stones, very easily indeed. Oh, much better onto the wall than Bill Lyndon. Bill's got 2 now. Lyndon is some way back. Away go the sunglasses. That means business. Bob Weir's got 3. If Bob Weir can win this event, he must surely go through to the final, but a little stutter there for both Lyndon and Bob Weir. Now, has Bob Weir run out of steam? Oh, he nearly ended up in California. Both men looking exhausted. This 4th rock is 115 kilos. They've got to try and carry it higher. Now, come on, Bob. He's closer to the wall than Bill Lyndon, but both men are really struggling. Now, I'm not sure he could go that route. He could be disqualified on that stone. I'm not sure he's allowed to roll it up. 15 seconds to go, but both men have had enough. feet, Bill Lyndon. That's one obstacle out of the way, but there are still 2 guys to go.
Yes. I'm not in control of my own destiny. I thought I had the 4th stone, but I didn't know that you could quit on the 5th one and roll it up. Otherwise, I went for the 4th one. But that might have cost me, but I gave it my best, and that's all I can say.
I wonder if Bob would have been better stripping to the waist and covering himself in the resin that these 2 guys have. Look at that. Fleming has got some more now, whether he wanted it or not. So the target for both to ensure they make it to the final is 3 stones, at least faster than Bob Weir. And he achieved that in 26.9 seconds. But I suspect these 2 being more experienced will go for all 5. Ahola away the quickest, but it nearly came off. And it's Flemming in the lead now. Now, is it possible for England's Bob Weir to make it? Keep your eyes on the clock. Both of them with 2, and it's so fast. Flemming's got 3. Oh, Flemming is definitely through, I think. Ahola is well away. I fear we may not have a British competitor in the final now. Ahola getting it up well, and Flemming has finished. That is magnificent. This massive rock is over 20 stones for Jouko Ahola, and he gets it. Both men all smiles now. 1 and 2 in this event, and 1 and 2 in the final qualifier. They've made it.
An event that sorted out the men from the boys once and for all, but Bob far from disgraced himself in this his 1st year. I'm sure we'll see him back.
I actually waited for him in the last stone. I did. Wait till you see it.
Flemming a clear winner in the end, with Jouko joining the Dane in what promises to be a great final. One of Britain's best athletes, Bob Weir, just misses out.
In any competition, there have to be losers. But Bob will be back, and little Bernard never lost his smile. So that's it. 8 finalists are in place and preparing for one of the biggest competitions of their lives, along with 2 new American contestants.
And we start off with Chief Iron Bear Collins of the United States, who's in his 2nd World's Strongest Man competition. He'll be joined by Mark Filippi. He lives in Las Vegas, so he's bound to get tremendous support. Sven Karlsson dominated Heat 1, and that saw the end of the reigning champion, Magnus Ver Magnusson. But Iceland will be represented in the shape of Torfi Olafsson. Derek Boyer of Fiji looked tremendous in Heat 2. He has the belief that he can win the final. The winner of Heat 2 was Raimons Begmanis of Latvia, the Olympic weightlifter. Magnus Samuelsson, one of the biggest men in the competition, a giant from Sweden. Heinz Olesch from Germany, he's been in the final before, one of the most experienced men around. Jouko Ahola, he was 2nd in the final heat. He's a new sensation from Finland. And finally, Flemming Rasmussen of Denmark, 4th in the final last year and the winner of Heat 4.
All 10 men are hoping to take the title of the world's strongest man. Make sure you don't miss the final.
And you can see the final at 6 o'clock on New Year's Day, BBC One.
I'll be back.